She sits in a Miami courtroom, her once blonde hair now dark, her hands clasped on the table in front of her. She's been behind bars for nearly 3 years. No trial, no verdict, just waiting. Her lawyers told her she'd get out on bond. They painted her as a victim, a survivor, a woman who defended herself against an abusive boyfriend. She acted in self-defense, they claimed. Christian Obumseli was the aggressor. The defense was working. Her legal team filed motion after motion. They challenged evidence. They accused prosecutors of misconduct. They demanded her release, but then the videos surfaced, and everything changed.
I didn't say nothing.
You said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as You never loved me. Get out, for real. I never want to see you again. You! Get off of me! You literally talked to her without telling me!
My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and come here.
You're
Yes, thank you. Coming from Jordan, thank you.
I want you to get away from me!
No,
I can't let this, okay? Wait, it wasn't me! Guys, please.
Relax, sit down.
Here. Okay.
Sit down.
Just let me.
Sit down.
Okay.
My apologies for being absolutely covered in blood. Can I please have a hug?
What you're about to see is the moment prosecutors built their case, the moment the evidence began speaking louder than the claims of self-defense, not for months, not for years, but for the rest of her life. Christian Toby Obumseli died from a 3-inch stab wound to his chest on April 3rd, 2022, and the proof of what really happened inside that luxury Miami apartment was all right there. This is the case of an Instagram model and OnlyFans creator who stabbed her boyfriend to death, then claimed she was the victim. If you've never heard this story before, brace yourself, because what happened in Miami on that spring evening will challenge everything you think you know about domestic violence, social media fame, and how digital evidence can expose the darkest secrets behind closed doors. She lived like a queen in a luxury Miami penthouse. Men adored her. She built an empire selling exclusive content online, making millions on OnlyFans, designer clothes, expensive jewelry, luxury vacations, all funded by devoted followers who couldn't get enough of her. This 26-year-old blonde bombshell thought money and beauty made her untouchable. When she called 911 that April evening, covered in her boyfriend's blood, she spun a story of self-defense. Poor little victim. Big scary boyfriend. She had no choice but to defend herself.
I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm.
What,
ma'am?
But my boyfriend is dying of a stab.
Ma'am, what is the address?
Baby, I'm so sorry. Baby.
Courtney can be heard apologizing to Christian and praying for help before the call drops. The media ate it up. Another tragic case of domestic violence, they said. She was just protecting herself from an abusive man. But then came the moment that shattered that perfect victim narrative and exposed the cold-blooded killer underneath. This is the shocking case of an OnlyFans babe who thought her looks, money, and victim act would let her get away with murder. And wait until you hear what the body cam footage actually shows.
Oh, relax, boss. Hey, you're bleeding a lot from here, man.
What's his name? Christian, relax.
To understand how Courtney Clenney became a cold-blooded killer, we need to go back to the beginning. Back to when she first learned that beauty and money could get her out of any situation. Courtney Taylor Clenney wasn't always living in luxury penthouses and making millions online. She grew up in a middle-class family in Texas. But even from a young age, Courtney understood one thing. Her looks were her ticket to a better life. She started modeling young, building a social media presence that would eventually explode into an empire. By her early 20s, Courtney had transformed herself into an Instagram sensation with hundreds of thousands of followers. But that was just the beginning. When OnlyFans launched, Courtney saw the opportunity of a lifetime. She could monetize her beauty directly, cutting out any middleman. Within just over 2 years, she had earned a staggering $3 million from the platform. Designer clothes, expensive cars, luxury vacations, all funded by men who paid premium prices for her exclusive content. But here's what her followers didn't see. Behind the perfect Instagram posts and seductive OnlyFans content was a woman who believed the rules didn't apply to her. Money and beauty had always gotten her what she wanted, and when they didn't, she had other methods. That's when Christian Obumseli entered her life. Christian was everything Courtney wasn't. Where she was impulsive and explosive, he was calm and measured. Born in Nigeria and raised in Texas, Christian had built a successful career as a cryptocurrency trader. He was intelligent, ambitious, and completely unprepared for what Courtney Clenney would bring into his life. They met in 2020, and the attraction was instant. Christian was drawn to Courtney's beauty and confidence. Courtney was attracted to Christian's stability and success. But from the very beginning, there were warning signs that everyone chose to ignore. Their relationship was toxic from day one. But here's the thing about toxic relationships. They don't start toxic. They start passionate, intense, addictive. The toxicity creeps in slowly, then all at once. By 2021, Courtney and Christian were living together in Austin, Texas. To the outside world, they looked like the perfect couple, beautiful, successful, living the dream. But behind closed doors, something very different was happening. Neighbors in their Austin apartment complex started hearing things, shouting, screaming, the sound of objects being thrown.
Behind closed doors, we just started hearing some shouting, yelling. We don't know who was starting what. We didn't get a lot of context. Occasionally we would hear some glasses break and some banging on the walls, floors.
But here's what's crucial to understand. Even the neighbors couldn't tell who was the aggressor. In domestic violence cases, we're conditioned to assume the man is the abuser and the woman is the victim. That assumption would later work perfectly in Courtney's favor. The violence was escalating, but Christian kept it hidden. He never called the police, never told his family, never asked for help. Why? Because Christian Obumseli was a black man dating a white woman, and he knew exactly how that story would be told if it ever came to light. So the cycle continued. Courtney would explode, Christian would endure it, and then they'd make up until the next time. But the next time was always worse than the last. In August 2021, they took a trip to Las Vegas. What should have been a romantic getaway became the first documented evidence of Courtney's violent behavior. They were staying at a casino hotel when an argument broke out in their room. But this wasn't just yelling or name-calling. This was physical violence. The police body cam footage from that night shows Christian with visible injuries and Courtney being arrested for domestic battery.
So, Chris, why am I here today? Tell me what's going on.
We're having a great day. We went to the pool. We were supposed to go to dinner like at 8:30. I was asleep. I wake up at 5. Morning on the couch, he asks me to go to the bed 3 times, which I did. Then he called security. For some reason, there's no reason to be here at all.
So obviously you're here because she called security. What were you guys arguing about?
It started, what's it called? She asked me to go in bed. She's like, "You hate me?" I was like, "No, I don't hate you, babe. I'm just like disappointed that like we didn't do anything."
Did anybody punch, hit, spit, throw anything at each other?
Like she threw the glass thing at on my face.
Things got blown out of proportion.
Like
to the max. We were going back and forth, like getting really loud. And I decided to call because we were getting really loud. It wasn't because I was like, scared or anything. You wouldn't hurt me. But I felt that we were either going to get kicked out or wake people up or something because it was just like escalating.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to disturb everybody, so I felt the need to have him removed from the room.
Did you throw something?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody throw anything?
No.
What triggered her to throw in the glass at you?
I think it's my tone. Like she tells me to work on a couple things, like my tone, facial expressions.
And after she threw the glass at you, did you punch her, hit her, pull her hair, spit on her, anything like that?
And I spit on her.
So what do you do?
One thing I did, I'd be like, "Babe, stop." I was like, "Babe, stop it." I just don't want her to get in trouble. Like I love her so much, you know.
So when I go to the room and I see a broken glass on the floor, where did the glass come from?
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
Did you remember throwing the glass?
No, I don't. But that sounds like me. I'm so foggy. I've had hardly any sleep. Like, I'm not like drunk even. I just really like not functioning. If that makes sense.
No, not really. Did you throw a bottle at him or a glass at him? You say you've done it before.
Yes. I know that he didn't do it. Because throwing things is my thing.
Okay, once again, do you think you did it or you did it?
I did.
I try to make it as short as I can. I don't want to give you a long speech here, okay? There's a lot of things that we have discretion with, and there's a lot of things that we don't. This is one of them. You guys are in a relationship. She threw a glass at you. The glass is there. She admitted throwing the glass. When that happens, I have to make an arrest. I can't tell the judge. Let me finish. Doesn't have any price for that. I don't think it's going to be any issue. However, the state here puts anyone that is a suspect on battery of domestic violence on a 12-hour hold. I can't let you talk. Hey, no, I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is what the law says I have to do. The investigation shows that you threw a glass at him, and that in this state is considered battery. And since you two are in a relationship, that is considered battery of domestic violence is a mandatory arrest.
Okay, there's a lot that I didn't say because I didn't want him to get in trouble. Like
Okay.
grabbing him, pushing me down.
Anything else that you tell me, I'll be happy to put it on the report. But at this point, you're going to be transported, okay?
May I at least get a hug from my boyfriend before?
He's already gone.
But here's what's important. This wasn't a mutual fight. This wasn't self-defense. This was Courtney Clenney throwing a glass at her boyfriend because she was angry. The charges were later dismissed, and the incident was largely forgotten. But it shouldn't have been forgotten, because it was a preview of exactly what was coming. After Las Vegas, you might think Courtney would have learned her lesson. You might think Christian would have walked away. You would be wrong on both counts. Instead, they decided to start fresh. In January 2022, Courtney and Christian moved to Miami, Florida. They found a luxury apartment at One Paraíso, a 53-story high-rise in the heart of the city. The rent was over $12,000 a month, pocket change for Courtney's OnlyFans empire. One Paraíso wasn't just any apartment building. This was where Miami's elite lived. Luxury amenities, 24-hour security, stunning views of the bay. It was exactly the kind of place where Courtney Clenney belonged, or at least where she thought she belonged. But the change of scenery didn't change the dynamic between Courtney and Christian. If anything, it made things worse. The fights continued, the violence escalated, and this time there were witnesses. Building security was called to their apartment repeatedly. According to court documents, police were called to their unit multiple times in the 3 months they lived there. The building management was well aware of the toxic, volatile relationship between the two residents in apartment 2201, but here's where the story takes a disturbing turn. The building security, the management company, the neighbors, they all knew what was happening. They could hear the fights, they could see the aftermath, but nobody did anything to stop it. Why? Because when people looked at Courtney Clenney, they saw a beautiful, successful young woman. When they looked at Christian Obumseli, they saw a large, imposing man. The assumption was always that if there was violence in that relationship, Christian must be the aggressor. That assumption was about to prove deadly. By March 2022, the situation had reached a breaking point. The building management had started eviction proceedings against both Courtney and Christian. They owed months of rent, and the constant disturbances were affecting other residents. But evicting them wasn't easy. Both Courtney and Christian were legal tenants. Under Florida law, they couldn't simply be trespassed from the property. They would have to go through the formal eviction process, which could take months. Meanwhile, the violence was getting worse. On February 21st, 2022, security cameras in the One Paraíso elevator captured something that would later become crucial evidence in the case against Courtney Clenney. Within seconds, Courtney begins attacking Christian, hitting him repeatedly while he tries to calm her down and protect himself. At one point, she appears to be trying to prevent him from getting on the elevator with her, pushing him away aggressively. What's striking about this footage isn't just Courtney's violence, it's Christian's response. He doesn't fight back, he doesn't retaliate, he tries to de-escalate, he tries to protect himself, but he never, not once, strikes back. Remember this detail? The elevator footage exists because the building had security cameras everywhere. By April 2022, Courtney's behavior had become increasingly erratic. Building security was reporting that she appeared to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol during many of the incidents. Her OnlyFans content was becoming more extreme, more desperate for attention, but there was something else happening too. Courtney was starting to get scared, not scared of Christian, scared of the consequences of her own actions. The eviction proceedings were moving forward. Her financial situation was becoming precarious despite her OnlyFans income, and Christian was starting to document their fights. Unknown to Courtney, Christian had started secretly recording their arguments. The audio files recovered from his phone paint a disturbing picture of their relationship. In many of the recordings, Courtney can be heard using racial slurs against Christian, screaming at him, and making threats.
Hey, let me help you.
You trust me? You know damn well the right thing to do is to tell me.
Yes, and I am so sorry.
So shut up and let me slap you, dumb.
Oh, you're not gonna slap me.
Give me my phone.
You have your phone.
I don't have it anymore. Find it and charge it.
What?
Find it and charge it.
I'm sorry, Courtney.
I don't care. Find it and charge it.
Okay, just stop.
Don't talk to me.
God, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Because I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
It's my heart. Find my phone and charge it. I need to find it because I have to go meet her again.
So to go out?
No! Shut up!
Just please.
Shut up. You went to go talk to her without talking.
I didn't go to go.
Yes, you did. You always want to.
Courtney, I was on.
He literally told me about it. Now he's like, yeah.
What are you
doing?
talking?
Son.
I didn't go to talk to her. I was going on a bike ride. Like, what the?
Get off of me!
Me going to talk to her? Is this going to make you act like this?
You literally talked to her without telling me!
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and come here.
You're
Yes, thank you. Coming from Courtney, thank you.
I want you to get away from me!
The audio reveals a woman completely out of control, consumed by rage. Most of the recordings are too profane and disturbing to air, but they paint a clear picture of who the real aggressor was in this relationship.
No, like I was sober for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And now why am I not sober? Because of you. Like you're hindering my progress. Do you see how instigative he is?
No, you're telling me I touched her today when I...
You did. I didn't say nothing.
You said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as... You were flirting with like 3 girls the whole time.
What 3 girls? What 3 girls? You?
Well, maybe it didn't matter.
You are the most...
Good. How much you want?
Warning.
2. Get out of here. This isn't your house.
Yeah, cool.
It's not my house. Like, you're just like my boyfriend. Get the out of here.
Just like your boyfriend?
I can actually get like down if you're not here.
Yeah.
Get the out of here.
Okay, I'll remember that next time.
Get out of here. No, that's not gonna be the next time. Get out.
Don't touch me again.
Good thing, get out. Get out. You never loved me. Get out, for real. I never want to see you again.
On April 1st, 2022, just 2 days before the murder, Courtney made a desperate move. She called the police and asked about getting a restraining order against Christian.
What do you need? What?
My boyfriend. I am like, he hasn't paid any rent. I don't care. I'll hold it down. I broke up with him about a week ago. I had my mom fly out. She stayed with me for a week. She tried to like get him out, and he kept sleeping in the elevator room inside of my like extra couch. I stayed in my apartment all day. I didn't take my dogs out for like 8 hours because I was afraid that when I came down here, he was gonna beat down. And when I did come down, I walked my dogs, and he was telling me he wouldn't leave me alone. And then all of a sudden, like he followed me to the elevator, and I said, "Don't fall." This guy said he shoved her when I was upstairs, and then they shoved him on my door. I said I shoved him. I said, "Show me the video." Like I really got angry because that did not happen. I am right now, like I have not always been a victim, but like right now I'm a freaking victim in the situation. I'm scared to go downstairs and walk my dogs. I just walked him and I told him, "You don't have a chance." And now all of a sudden this is all happening.
So what do you want to say?
I want a restraining order against Christian Obumseli.
The next day, April 2nd, Courtney's mother flew in from Texas. According to later testimony, her mother was there to help Courtney get Christian out of the apartment, but getting him out legally was proving impossible. That's when Courtney Clenney decided to take matters into her own hands. April 3rd, 2022 started like any other Sunday. Christian woke up early and made a video on his phone, lip-syncing to a Kanye West song. The video shows him happy, relaxed, with no idea what was coming. By 10:30 a.m., Courtney and Christian were playing with their dogs, Ranger and Jesse. There's video of them laughing, being affectionate, acting like a normal couple. Courtney even posted content to her social media showing them having a good time. But something was building beneath the surface. Around 11 a.m., Christian left the apartment to go buy lunch. He took his bike and rode to a nearby Subway, texting Courtney about what she wanted to eat. When Christian returned with lunch around noon, something had changed. Courtney was agitated, angry about something. The details of what started the final fight may never be fully known, but we know how it ended. According to Courtney's later statement to police, the argument began over location sharing on their phones. Christian had apparently turned off his location sharing, and Courtney was upset about it. A seemingly minor issue that escalated into something deadly. But here's what the evidence shows really happened. Courtney claims that Christian attacked her, threw her against a wall, and choked her. She says she ran to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and threw it at him from across the room in self-defense. The problem? The physical evidence tells a completely different story. The autopsy revealed that Christian died from a single stab wound to his chest, just above a tattoo with Courtney's name on it. But this wasn't a knife that had been thrown from across the room. The medical examiner determined that the wound was caused by a forceful downward thrust of a knife that penetrated approximately 3 inches deep. You can't create that kind of wound by throwing a knife. This was close contact. This was personal. This was murder. But Courtney didn't know about the autopsy when she called 911. She thought her story would hold up. She thought her tears and her blood-covered appearance would sell the narrative of a terrified woman defending herself. She was wrong.
Operator Joe, what is the address of your emergency? City man, please.
3101. It's 130, so 130.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address.
I can't feel my arm. 3101. I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am,
so my boyfriend is dying of a stab.
Ma'am, what is the address?
Baby, I'm so sorry. Baby.
Ma'am, can you hear me? Listen, ma'am. I'm sending help.
But what happened in those crucial minutes before the 911 call? Because there was a 14-minute gap between when neighbors heard the fight and when Courtney called for help. According to the state's timeline, Christian was fatally stabbed sometime between 4:43 and 4:57 p.m. But Courtney didn't call 911 until 4:57 p.m. What was she doing during those 14 minutes? Phone records show that Courtney called her mother first, not 911. She spent precious minutes talking to her mother in Texas while Christian was bleeding to death in their apartment. When Miami police arrived at One Paraíso, the first officers on scene found the elevator covered in blood. The hallway outside apartment 2201 was covered in blood, and when they entered the apartment, they found even more blood.
Get up! Why? Leave! Get up! Get up right now! You get up right now!
Why do you have to keep him upright? I just want to keep him
Get up
upright.
right now! Mommy, go home.
We're helping
Listen,
you.
get up right now!
Baby, wake up, wake up. Shh, wake up.
What's your name, Courtney? Courtney.
Just keep him sitting upright.
Courtney, listen to me. Get up. Get up, come on. You gotta get the dogs in.
Okay.
Get up.
Just please go. Please.
Listen.
Get him up.
Get up right now. You can drop it on the floor. I'll help him out. Get up.
No. No, I can't.
Get up.
I can't let this, okay?
Let go.
Wait, it wasn't me. Guys.
Relax.
Why? No, guys.
Relax.
Boss, what's going on? Hey, you good? What do you have?
Relax.
What are you doing from? Go.
Guys, please.
Relax. Sit down.
Here. Okay.
Sit down.
Just let me.
Sit down.
Okay. Baby, come here. Just sit down. Please, just make sure he's okay.
How old is he?
He's 27. He's about to turn 28 in like 2 weeks.
27 years old.
We have his birthday planned for Barcelona.
Come on, stay here. Come back.
Get the dog out, man.
Hey,
Come here.
what's the dog's name?
Come here.
The other one. Ranger.
Come here.
Ranger. Over here. Ranger.
It's like his dad. So he's.
Ranger, come here.
Okay, Ranger, let's go.
Ranger, out.
Ranger, come on, babe. Hey, it's like his dad. I'm not going in. I'm not going in.
Doesn't matter. You stay right here.
Okay. Guys, please tell me what's going on. I just want to make sure that he's gonna be okay. Please, tell me what's going on. I'm looking you. I'm looking you in the eyes, girl. Please tell me if he's okay. Can I please stand up and see?
No, ma'am.
If it was your
No, ma'am.
I'm covered in his blood because I'm trying to save him.
I understand that.
I'm trying to save him.
I understand that.
And if I don't, and you can't, then what will I do with my life? I need him. He's like my other half.
Hey, fire rescue's here to help you out. Relax, boss. Hey, you're bleeding a lot from here, man. Relax, man. Relax, boss. Hey, relax.
Hey, Christian. Oh, Christian.
Oh, shit. Come on, guys.
Is he under arrest?
We don't know what we have, but he has to go somewhere. But he started moving, so we don't know if.
Let me make some room for the stretch and all this stuff.
That's right. The first officers to respond had actually handcuffed Christian as well as Courtney, not knowing who the aggressor was.
We gotta take these cuffs off.
Yeah, we need the cuffs.
Can we get these cuffs off? You don't have
I mean,
you have the key?
I have the key, yeah, but I didn't want him fighting. So.
No, we need to save him.
I understand that.
Christian was rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital. The knife had severed an artery in his chest, and he had lost too much blood. Back at the police station, Courtney was about to face the first real consequences of her actions.
Working on it. My apologies for being absolutely covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. Alright? Do you guys work here in Miami, or do you guys have your own business? Or?
I do social media, so I'm an influencer, I guess is what call it. Yes, I'm an influencer. And he does stocks and crypto. We have the dog picked out. It's a golden retriever. We're gonna name Mello.
So we were going to get a house. So we could have a backyard. Because I have 2 dogs and then we're going to have 3. So we're planning on staying here for a while.
Okay.
I just hope we get the opportunity to do that. Thank you guys for giving me water and tissues. Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God. Hopefully I'm over freaking out and like I'll be able to see him or whatever. Well, I got a chance to talk to Christian today.
To who?
Christian.
Who's Christian? Oh,
the victim.
They haven't told me his
Or,
name
I
yet.
don't know if I'm the victim.
No.
He's definitely the victim. What'd you say? I had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and everything was perfect. And then started into an argument, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I overreacted. Or not overreacted necessarily, but reacted, and I just didn't know exactly what might happen. Before anything happened, we were going to walk my dogs down to this park over by the Paramount, which has the beach volleyball and basketball court and all that. We're gonna walk them over there and let my dog Ranger play soccer. That was my plan for the day. Would I be able to talk to my father? Because he's pretty much acts as my attorney with, not for stuff like this. Obviously, I've never been in this kind of a situation.
Is he an attorney?
No. He's just.
Well, we'll give you a chance
we know what to do.
If you were under 18, then yeah, I would provide you a phone call to your father. But you're over 18, so.
I don't feel like it. I was sitting there in a freaking puddle of my boyfriend's blood, begging him to please not give up on me. This is serious. My boyfriend is not dead, is he?
Well, he can't talk to us right now. Either way, he's in the hospital.
I want to go sit at the hospital. Am I going to be able to do that?
So far, right now, I can't give you an answer. Okay, we just have to go through everything. Because remember, this just happened.
You guys have a history of domestic violence?
Yeah.
How many incidents you think you've had?
I don't know. But we shouldn't be together.
Will you say 1 or 2, or just too many to?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I haven't touched my ankle. It's what?
We're good enough.
I just want to take a shower, God. Okay. No. We can.
I'll get you a text.
I'm not trying to interrupt the.
No. You keep on.
This is absolutely the most insane that I think I've ever been involved in.
I think anybody that
No,
goes through this
without
would be
a doubt.
just insane. Have you made a report before?
No.
You've never made a report?
Oh, I did in Dallas actually about a year ago, and he was detained.
And what happened there?
He had pushed me in the lobby, but it wasn't a big deal, and they made it a huge deal. And he ended up getting taken to the hospital or jail or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it was necessary, but yeah, he had been. And then also I had been arrested for as well in Vegas in August. So he and I each had one.
How many times has the police been called to your apartment, or you called the police since January?
Okay. Police have been called once because I called them because my boyfriend was threatening.
Why was he threatening?
I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but he was he had taken a knife. He grabbed it in front of my face, and then I got scared, and he was kind of waving it at me, but it wasn't for me. And then he took it into the extra room and slammed the door. So I got really scared that he was doing something in there that I couldn't control, so I called the cops. And he wasn't very happy with me about that.
And what do you guys usually argue about? Or is it always a different issue?
I don't even know.
Do you mind telling us about those arguments or no?
I don't think there's a point. I cannot remember everything, so I don't want to remember part of it.
Would you say it's jealousy related?
For sure, for some of it, yeah.
Has he ever put his hand on you before? How many times would take a guess in the 2 years you've been together?
Maybe like 5 times. I remember there was a time when he hit me really hard in the head, and I was kind of discombobulated, but I can't even remember when it was. It might have just been like when we were drunk, but I know it happened, so I'll just leave that out because I can't give you exact facts.
Okay.
And I don't want to lie about anything. The last time was in Tulum. He grabbed me by my hair or something. We were both drinking. But there was a bench in front of our bed. And he threw me against the bench, and I hit the bench. My head hit the bench. And I fell on the floor. There was another time my mom was on the phone, and he threw me into the wall in the bathroom. But, I mean, I am certainly a crazy person too. So there was that one. But the cops have been up there one other time yesterday for absolutely no reason. Absolutely none. I didn't want to talk to him. I really let him have it over the phone. And I let him come back and spend the night, and then he explained the whole thing, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's agree. We will never, touch each other again out of anger, and he will never gaslight me again. Those were the two, main things. He was happy to be back in the apartment. I was happy to have him back in the apartment because I missed him. And been waking up telling me, good morning, I love you, touching me. I felt very, very loved when I woke up this morning. That's why I'm so, heartbroken. It's just, why? I was doing laundry and watching a listening to a Christina Randall video. And tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time. And then he came back with a Subway sandwich. Before he left, he recited exactly what I wanted. And I said, I'll text what I want to you. And he said, I know what you want. And I said, no, you don't. He recited it to me before he left. And he got it perfectly right. He came back. And I said something about, oh, are you going to, reshare your location with me? Did you want to share it? And he said, yeah, I shared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough. Reshare it. And then he told, it kind of turned into a little argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again. And I don't know what I was thinking, but it just said something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be? But I was like, why are you doing this? Just because, I said, that we're over, blah, blah. And he was trying to talk to me, and I just didn't want to talk to him. And he ended up pinning me against the wall. And then, I said, choking me on the floor. It happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe, and I was on the floor. Yeah. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he is trying to kill me, but I was scared. He said, why don't you go find one of the guys in GY didn't? Because I had said something about that when I broke up with him a week ago. Out of anger. I didn't say it because I want that, because I love him. But that was just one of the things that you said.
Was that at the moment that he was charging you, or earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me.
Yes, that was before he choked me.
You told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go.
Uh-huh.
Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall.
Okay.
I started trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And then he put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground. What did he do? Like, did he like lift you up, or did he grab your hair? Did he just kind of like rotate you onto the ground?
I really couldn't even tell you. If I could have like been given all these questions, before, I could be like, maybe let me think about it. Or when I'm trying to remember like a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy and whatever. It's like write down like all the details so you don't forget. I walked into the living room. She was sitting on the couch. I didn't say this before. I walked in the living room. I called my mom. You could see I was calling my mom.
Okay.
That made him angry. I went in his living room, took us on the couch. He came in there and tried to get the phone out of my hand.
Did he ever get the phone out of your hands or
no?
No.
He just came over to me and was trying to get it. And so this happened like over by the door and somehow moved like over in the living room. He was standing by the couch, facing toward the kitchen, and I was in the kitchen. And then he just I could see like all the whites in his eyes, and he was like coming at me. And so I grabbed one of these knives, and I was like, I swear to God. I swear to God. It was just like, I grab it and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom, and he's coming at me like he's going to grab either the phone or like the knife or something, and so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. It's coming at me, and I threw it.
How exactly did you throw it? Like you threw it like this, or kind of like you flung it at him, overhead, or how did that?
Oh, I just flung it.
You just flung it over your head, or from
like this.
Okay.
So
from like beside your head.
Holding it, yeah. So not like I'm holding it like this. This is not the knife. The
blade to it.
Right, the blade. I'm not. I for dang sure did not stab him. That would be insane. I mean, I didn't even think that this would touch him. But I mean, I thought that I would scare him. I would scare him by just grabbing it. I thought I would scare him by just grabbing it, but that didn't work.
What did he do after you flung the knife at him? Did he walk around, or did he fall right then and there, or what happened?
He fell down.
He fell down?
Yeah.
He didn't walk around or anything like that, or still try and chase you, or what?
No, because it hit him.
You know where the knife is?
I think it's like right here.
Okay. And what did you do after he fell?
I ran over to him and grabbed him, and it was just like a blur. But I ran over to him and I grabbed him, and I just said, "Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?" I'm like the worst person to be around. What do I do? And he said, call somebody. And I was on the phone with my mom.
He said that?
He said, just call somebody. And I was like, okay, I'm on the phone with my mom. I said, Mom, what do I do? She said, call 911. I think I called 911.
Yeah, what there. So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yes.
You know?
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah.
And I've been asking so much.
That's what we're waiting for. Okay.
I mean, I feel like at the end, I mean, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me. But if he's not, that's just a lot worse for everybody. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
No matter what.
I clearly we can't be together.
No matter what his condition is, it's out of our control. Right? We have no control.
Mm-hmm.
What's done is done. We can't undo it. We need to move forward. And my concern is you. Okay? I still feel, confident that you're going home. And straightforward with you, there are some concerns about your mental health to make sure that you're okay, because this is very traumatic. So there may be some steps taken there. Yep, come on in to make sure that you're okay. And that's it. But we're getting you home, okay?
Okay.
At 7:11 p.m., Christian Obumseli was pronounced dead.
So, we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. No, it's not. Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah.
Relax. It's gonna be fine.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. You're gonna be okay?
I need to hug my mom.
I'll talk to your parents and get them over here.
I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You won't be.
After this. No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it.
Deep breaths. Just take deep breaths.
I've been crying so much.
Don't.
And I just can't even cry right now.
What Courtney didn't know was that while she was spinning her tale of self-defense, investigators were already building a case that would destroy every lie she told. Crime scene analysis revealed that Courtney's story was physically impossible. The knife wound was angled downward, indicating that the attacker was above the victim when the blade was inserted. The depth and force of the wound required close contact, not a thrown knife. Blood spatter analysis showed that Christian was likely on the ground when he was stabbed. There was no evidence of a struggle that would support Courtney's claim of self-defense. Most damning of all, the knife was found in the apartment, not embedded in Christian or stuck in a wall where it might have landed if thrown. But investigators also found something else that painted an even darker picture of what really happened that day. Despite the mounting evidence against her, Courtney Clenney was not immediately arrested. For 4 months, she was allowed to walk free while investigators built their case. During those 4 months, Courtney did what she always did when things got tough. She ran away. She fled to Hawaii, checking into a rehabilitation facility. But this wasn't just about getting clean. This was about establishing a narrative for her defense. If she was in rehab, she could claim she was the real victim, traumatized by her experience of self-defense. It didn't work. On August 10, 2022, U.S. Marshals arrested Courtney Clenney at the rehab facility in Hawaii. She was charged with second-degree murder in the death of Christian Obumseli. The arrest made national headlines.
We are charging 26-year-old Courtney Taylor Clenney with 1 count of second-degree murder in Christian's death.
The beautiful OnlyFans model, the murdered boyfriend, the luxury Miami apartment, it had all the elements of a made-for-TV movie. Christian believed he could help Courtney, that he could save her from herself. It cost him his life. When Courtney was extradited back to Florida, she faced not just murder charges, but a legal system that wasn't buying her victim narrative. At her first court appearance, Courtney's defense team asked for bail. They argued that she wasn't a flight risk, that she had no prior convictions, and that she was acting in self-defense. Judge Lauren Schaefer Cruz was not impressed. The judge denied bail, citing the severity of the charges and the evidence against Courtney. As the decision was read, Courtney could be seen crying in court, finally realizing that her beauty and money weren't going to save her. But Courtney's legal troubles were just beginning. In a shocking twist, prosecutors also charged Courtney's parents, Kim and Deborah Clenney, with felony computer crimes. The charges stemmed from allegations that after Christian's death, Courtney's parents had tried to access his laptop to delete potential evidence. Text messages between Courtney's defense attorneys revealed discussions about trying to guess the password to Christian's computer. The judge found that prosecutors had violated attorney-client privilege when they accessed these communications, but the very fact that the discussions happened showed how far the Clenney family was willing to go to protect Courtney. Meanwhile, Courtney's defense team was preparing for trial, and their strategy was becoming clear. They were going to claim that Christian was the real abuser, and that Courtney was just defending herself against a violent man. To support this narrative, they hired experts to try to prove that Courtney's story was physically possible. A forensic pathologist testified that a thrown knife could have caused Christian's fatal wound. Bobby Branton, a knife-throwing expert, was brought in to demonstrate how someone could throw a knife with enough force to cause the injury. The demonstration involved throwing knives at a pig carcass, an image that would become one of the most bizarre elements of the case. But even this elaborate demonstration couldn't explain away the physical evidence. The knife wound was angled downward. The victim was likely on the ground when stabbed. There was no evidence of the struggle that would have preceded a self-defense killing. Most importantly, Christian's own secret recordings proved that he was not the aggressor in their relationship. Hotel security footage, police reports, witness statements all painted the same picture. Courtney Clenney was not a victim defending herself. Courtney's defense team had one more card to play. They claimed that Courtney was the victim of a prosecutorial conspiracy, that the state was targeting her because of her OnlyFans career and her high profile. As this case continues to work its way through the legal system, one thing has become crystal clear. Courtney Clenney's belief that she was untouchable was nothing more than a dangerous delusion. The body cam footage doesn't lie. The forensic evidence doesn't lie. The secret recordings don't lie. But Courtney Clenney's story isn't over yet. As she sits in a Miami jail cell awaiting trial, the woman who once thought she was untouchable is learning a hard truth that many narcissistic killers before her have learned. Money and beauty might open doors, but they can't close the door on justice. Will her defense team be able to convince a jury that she was just a terrified woman defending herself? Or will the evidence prove what investigators have believed all along, that Courtney Clenney is a cold-blooded killer who thought she could get away with murder? Because this case has exposed an uncomfortable truth that our society often ignores. Women can be abusers too. Beauty doesn't equal innocence. And sometimes, the most dangerous predators come in the most unexpected packages.